Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and this is the Quality of Life update during Klei Fest 2023. I got this area upgraded with this auto sweeper thanks to the Minitronics engineering, Minitronics engineering skill the engineer has. So they're able to build this, and what this is doing is every egg that has the lullaby effect is being dropped off on the left side. This guy here, and actually this is one of the new features the game actually highlights a little bit better exactly where it can pick things up. Well, it can pick up, if I remove that egg, only the egg here, and the eggs that need to be processed will sit on this side. I see one of them actually managed to already have the lullaby effect. We'll bring that over. The other thing that I can do, I've got this system on the other side, which is able to pick up eggs that I marked as swept. So if I go down here and I see any eggs that don't have the lullaby effect that I want to apply, I don't know if there is any. Let's have a look. There is none at the moment, but I can have those brought up and they'll be dropped off here. Well, that is going on, let's look at the rest of the base. So I've set up a general living area over here, the Great Hall, washroom, a barracks. I've got a laboratory, a power room. The dupes haven't been on the manual generator. We're able to make some metal with rock crusher. I've got several stables, and of course I just showed you this area. But I've been exploring left and right, because this is a very odd asteroid. So dupes are now digging around here. I've been putting in tiles, so maybe I'll keep that going just to enhance the speed of which dupes can run up and down on this asteroid. But they've also, in the last episode, made it down here, and I'm going to put this door so we can get out and explore and see what is going on. The only other thing to show you is I've got a dupe over here, and they're making a little bit of progress, digging out some area to improve quality of life on that asteroid. So found some oil, actually a good amount of oil over here. It's of course in a very warm area, 90 or so degrees. But I also found this guy here, and I think it might make sense to approach this zone from about here, because I don't want the crude oil necessarily to leak out. Unless I do, that would mean that it would cool the crude oil down. Anyway, a little bit of thinking needs to be done there. Let's see, Rancher, you don't have anything to do. I wonder if that means... Yeah, we do. We now have access out in space, and I might put in gas masks. Actually, I need the tech for that, so I'll put that in here so the dupes can go out here and be able to breathe. See, a very small piece of polluted oxygen here, and that's making me very nervous. So I'm going to put a deodorizer right here. As soon as that vent goes away, let's check the status of this fridge. So the barbecue meat in it currently is refrigerated in a sterile environment, so it is fine, but it's just making me nervous that it's sitting just above the fridge. Ready to take on the next dupe. This is the 9th dupe. They're interested in tidying and suit wearing, so calling them cleaner. But they also have 3 positive traits. They're a grease monkey, gourmet, and green thumb. So they've got a variety of skills that could be useful to the base. So dug down this area. That gave me access to a Dreco. That's on the way to the critter flux machine. But also want to find out what this geyser is. I have a few good geysers on this base, particularly the cool liquid geyser that I'd be interested in. But I'm also be interested in getting that Dreco over here. And that'd be my 5th critter I need to be able to activate this. So we'll go check this out, and then we'll go see how Miner's doing after to see what that particular geyser is. And see if I'm lucky in finding a really nice one on my first try. It's also be good because it'll be close to the base, but we'll find out what it is. Now, what do I need to do to convince you to get over there? I guess let's give them some time. Oh, cool slush geyser. It is. Okay. Bam. On my first go, I got a really nice geyser. Okay, loving that. Let's dig that out so it can release some cool polluted water. Over here, you're looking for something to do. Oh, I see you've got a Great Hall. Awesome. How about we start the process of getting a washroom together for you then? Alright, caught the Draco crawling in. So I'm going to do, or the machine rather, is going to do some analysis. The critter Fluxomatic. It's made out of iron, by the way. But that is now complete. Do I click on it to find? Oh, I do, I see. Success. Sufficient samples collected that can now trigger genetic deviations and base morphs by sending them through the scanner. So now I can do that, because what I want to be able to do is essentially get a hatch in here and make a smooth hatch. So one of you guys, how about we wrangle you? Actually, let's take an adult, actually. Cancel that. And we'll have that dropped off here. And we'll see if we can get it to be a smooth hatch. Actually, there's another hatch I can just go over and get on that side too. Just realized I received a ceramic morb. But anyway, there is the first critter that's being dropped off since this machine is active. Critter is going in. And we'll find out what they're going to be actually changed into. At some point when that runs. So what I might do is I might want to get access to the critters. Bring them over. So it's a sage hatch. But what I want to do is now I want to try putting the sage hatch. I'm wondering if that will convert it to a smooth hatch. It's just turned on this pump. This is pushing in oxygen. It's doing a little bit of filtering here. If it's going to oxygen, it'll go into the gas reservoir. Otherwise, it'll just be expelled out here. And that is heading towards a series of gas masks that are built or going to be installed right here. And if I want to have them actually filled, we need to have a crafting station. We have that with light access for dupes to be able to create and repair those masks as they need. So very excited about the fact that I found the cool slush geyser. I thought it would take much longer to find it, but there it is, just sitting a very close distance from my base, and happened to be the first one that I went after, which is really convenient. So just digging out a spot for this cool liquid to be able to land, and at some point I'll be able to generate that. Right now I believe I've got lots of water, yeah, so no shortage, but the fact that I'm able to produce more water, or at least polluted water, is a good sign for the long-term longevity of this base. This is the first time a dupe on this base is putting on a gas mask, and they're going out in the space environment. I'm going to get them to dig up. I don't know if it's expected to have this much material here. We are on Doomsday. But anyways, it is a lot of cold rock in this zone that dupes have to dig around. So I'm having this stone hatch that was converted by this machine brought back over here, thinking that if I, apparently, dupe went on break. But we'll try again and get them in here. But my thinking is if I put a stone hatch in here, maybe that will influence it in creating a smooth hatch. So the dupes are out here exploring, and this building looks familiar, although a little bit tilted. I'll go in there and find out if there's anything special compared to going into this room when it's not tilted. So I brought the stone hatch over. We'll see what happens when they cross again. Still waiting for my smooth hatches, because I want to put the smooth hatches down here, and they can produce metal. We get them to produce copper. That's at 75% efficiency, but doesn't produce heat, and works towards one of the achievements down the hatch. This dupe over here is idle. Do they have... Oh, they do. Look at this. I've got a washroom, I've got a great hall, and a barracks, and a nature reserve over on this asteroid, so I can actually start to upgrade your skills without you getting too upset. Let's give you hard digging. And let's put in a fire pole. Will we go back and look at what's about to happen over on this side of things? Never like to have my dupes idle. It's the same thing. I don't know whether that, and this didn't have to be recharged. Maybe I don't know if dupes are, or critters rather, are marked with the fact that they've been converted. If they have, maybe you can't reconvert them. I will try to find another hatch and bring them over. So this is the second time I'm giving skills to Miner. Inspect this while we're here. Now we'll complete it. They've got a positive outlook, minus 20% distress. My thinking, if I have one dupe that is really topped up on skills and traits, it may be a really good one to go to other worlds. They actually, given the fact that they have a positive disposition, that means they're less likely to get stressed out when they go to worlds that don't have as high morale. So that'll be nice. So we're building a fire pole here, and I'm going to put in my first atmosuit checkpoint right at this location so I can get my dupes to go safely in here. We're starting to have power issues due to a single circuit, or a single low side circuit, so I'm going to now cut this circuit here, and we'll do a connection. Now we've got two low side circuits. I just have to realize I have to enable that transformer there, or else it's not going to actually work. But that should hopefully break out, or break down the situation where my incubator is running out of power. Various other machines are also not being able to be supplied with power that they need. There's Chef turning on the transformer. Got this dupe over in this world activating the mini pod. It's going to provide a little light source, and one of the things you need to do to get all achievements. So having that stone hatch dropped off here, feeding it some metal, and that's going to encourage it to lay eggs, smooth hatch eggs specifically. So I'm not having any luck. I'm going to keep dropping off hatches here and see if I can get a smooth hatch this way. But at the same time, I'll see if I can do it the old-fashioned way. Scientist does a very cool job of analyzing the cool slush geyser. By that, I don't necessarily mean that any other dupes actually want to do what they're doing, because it's pretty cool. Standing in slush. But speaking of which, this is cool slush. I've decided to kind of break out this area to get it to be even cooler, because what I want to do is use this as liquid to cool off a metal refinery. So there is one thing that I have not found yet, and I'm a little bit surprised, and that is teleportation equipment. Now I know they're here because I see them on this world. One here. Or did I only see? Oh, there's a loader there. But they've got to be here. Well, I mean, maybe they're not. This is a different asteroid. It's possible that they are just stored at the far end corners, and if that's the case, I will go find them. But if not, I don't know where those teleporters go. Maybe it's a different asteroid. I'll keep searching. So want to clean the air here, but realize I don't have any filtration medium. So we have to go out and explore a bit and see if we can find that. Scientists has concluded their analysis on the cool slush geyser. It's it's erupting right now. And giving us, let's see, next dormancy is going to be in 50 cycles. So lots of polluted water, cool polluted water, over the next 50 cycles at least. Metal refinery is starting to receive its coolant. When it has enough, one of the dupes will produce some metal, and that will allow me to not burn through the copper ore so quickly, which I would be doing if I was using the rock crusher. So the metal refinery has been running. I'm going to use that to produce an exosuit forge. Put that right here. So we can make some atmosuits. can explore the oil biome on this world. Some of that hot liquid is coming out of the pipe. Let's just have a look. 30 degrees, not too bad. I've got more polluted water or cool slush on the way. I've got this ice, polluted ice, to help keep it cool. Just installing this line here. This one is going to be specifically, this is our third transformer. And this one is specific to the oil biome, for oil production. Got the dupes extending this oxygen line all the way over here where I'll eventually have some Atmo suits. So the dupe over here has been exploring some interesting things and they've found some pips. I would love to find a pip egg and bring it back. There is a pip egg, but a teleportation machine is still not found on the homeworld, so I'll have to keep exploring and hoping that it is around somewheres on this asteroid. Last touches being put on the exosuit forge. I thought it was going to be built, but it'll be there soon. And I've got metal now. A lot more metal. There we go. So I can create, let's create 3 of these guys for now and do repairs forever. I can also use the metal to do some automation with egg collection, which would be nice. I think it is time for another dupe. I like this dupe here. They're a suit wearer and builder. I'm going to call them Runner. Welcome to the team, Runner. Hopefully we will keep you busy running around and constructing this base. And I just realized something really interesting. I was going to put this guy here, but I really love this update that they made. It's indicating that this wouldn't pick up an egg that's right there. So I've got a problem. Problem that's easy to fix. I'm just going to move the dupe sensors over to accommodate that. But I just really like that update that they have. It makes it a little bit much more obvious where things can reach. So now with this change, it's obvious for me to know that I can actually reach all the eggs in this particular case. Much better. Also, of course, going to need conveyor loader, but looks like we need more metal. So I'll create that here. So much power is being consumed. I'm putting on the manual generator. So very happy to see engineer is giving a fine tune to this hydrogen generator. That's definitely going to help. The dupes have managed to make 3 Atmosuit docks. They're all charging with oxygen now. And I've increased the priority to make sure that the new Atmosuits get loaded here pretty soon. This is the first dupe that has ever put on an Atmosuit in this particular asteroid. We're digging a path to this crude oil, which I very much want to get access to. I was just terrified by one of these asteroids that actually made its way just down this path, and I was down here designing some ladders, and it made a big giant smash. And let's just say I'm now awake, if I at all was not awake before. It is, I'm playing on Doomsday, so we're getting a lot more asteroids than potentially otherwise. So even more automation is now on the base. I've got all these lines here picking up critter eggs, and I've got the auto sweepers in the right place. So anytime these critters lays an egg, that's being dropped off here. So I guess we don't need this guy anymore. And we don't need any more of the special rules about preventing certain dupes from going in that spot. So I've dug into this area and didn't realize how compressed that crude oil was. So I'm going to get the dupes to make this tile here at high priority. Hopefully one of the dupes will get down there and do that soon. It's the temperature of that 66 degrees. They're not going to find that comfortable. But if I can at least get this tile built, it'll stop that. And I can even just build a pump for now and start pumping out this crude oil. Are you bringing in some material? Come on, Runner. Yeah, you're the perfect dupe to be doing this. Except for the fact you're running away and getting someone else to build this. I hate when dupes do things inefficiently that way, but one of the other dupes will be there to solve that problem. The next and 11th dupe to join the team is Mole. They like operating, suit wearing, digging. They're also mole hands, hence I call them Mole. And interior decorator. So they'll help explore this base, because I still haven't found the teleportation equipment. I want to do that at some point soon. This pipe here is going to be for carbon dioxide. That's going to be taking that from the polymer press when we finally get a pump over here with the crude oil. So even with this tile here, I still have crude oil flowing over. So I'm going to put a tile above that. But I have crude oil making its way here to the oil refinery. Dupe Supply is currently operating that. They don't have any light, but they will soon. That's being stored in here. And then I've got a polymer press, which isn't running because it doesn't have anywhere to output the carbon dioxide. But that's why I've got that pump line or pipeline in place. So now I'm able to produce my first few pieces of plastic. That's happening here in the polymer press. And I've got this area closed off, but when this liquid here, crude oil, gets a little bit lower, I'll send the dupes back in. We'll build that pump a little bit lower, but for now, we're going to be good. So we've gotten quite industrious. We've got a metal refinery and oil refinery. Still have our power plant production with 3 power transformers. Still a decent area for the dupes to live. And over on the other world here, a little bit of a cleanup, but we've got a morale boosting set of rooms over here. And I've oh yeah, up here I clogged up this guy so that he won't emit hot steam. So that's just going to give a little bit of temperature protection. Oh, speaking of temperature protection, trying to do the same thing over here. And it's a little bit hot at the moment, so maybe that's a bad idea for the moment, dupes. Decided it's time to start exploring so we can hopefully find those teleportation equipment. That's why I put these gas masks here. Dupes will get them on, and we're going to start digging down in this area and having a look to see what we can see. Trying the method of only incubating eggs that are new. Currently have 41,000 calories of barbecue meat. This will reduce the amount of time that I need to spend in here with Hugger if this works out. We'll see how that goes over the next few cycles. So still some power issues. Building a second hydrogen generator up there to help resolve that. So now we really have lots of power generation going on. We've got 2 hydrogen generators. They're being turned off by smart battery when there's enough power. I think with 2 of those, we could probably disable the manual generators again and let these guys take over, because we do have quite a bit of hydrogen. In fact, so much, I might even build a storage place for a gas reservoir to store a little bit more. I think that's going to do for this episode, but we've done pretty well. We have 11 dupes now, 1 over in this world. Let's start looking over here. I'm digging a spot to get access to these teleportation equipment, and I think that's the biggest surprise in the playthrough so far, is the fact that I have not found teleportation in Burrito. It may be the case that it's not actually here, but I still have lots of area to discover. I'm thinking in the next episode I will be able to definitively say whether there are teleportation equipment on this asteroid or not. So I'll discover that then. In addition to that, we've set up a much more stronger power production. We have 2 hydrogen generators. They're both tuned up. So that was, ever since I put in the metal refinery, my power consumption went way up. But we have set up a very strong industrial area. We've got the metal refinery, we've got an exosuit forge, we've got lots of power production, as I mentioned. And far over here, we've got a place that we can access crude oil. We can convert that crude oil into petroleum. And we can use that petroleum to produce plastic, and that's going to enable some advanced construction in this game later on. And finally, let's just have a look at where I've gotten out to in space. Digging out this little path, found this very strange looking tilt-it room, very big tilt-it room. The dupes at some point are going to be building a ladder, and we'll explore what's up there, as well as what is in the rest of this asteroid. Well, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode, where I will show what is, whether there's teleportation equipment in this asteroid, and if there's any other surprises on the far corners. Until then. Just one final thing before I go, though. Let's look at the colony summary and see some of the achievements that has been had. Locavore achievement, Slick, Royal Flush, and there it is. Till next time.